Well, I didn't plan on this part of my talk, but everybody's been asking me to talk about the shooting yesterday, and it kind of fits in. I wasn't going to do it right here, but, you know, we are all responsible for everything that happens, whatever side of the Democrat, Republican, Independent. And so what I want is, all those that were, the two people I believe that were killed, and for our president, ex-president, not ex, but former president, we need to send that love out into the world. We need to send that to both sides. I was sitting there listening to one people, and I thought, really? That seems kind of hypocritical to be singing, but we are one people, and we have to recognize that. And it starts right here with me. It starts right here with each one of us. And as I always think, and I look out here, and ye are gods, I see the divinity in so many unique, beautiful ways. And we need to step into our divinity now, more than we ever have in my lifetime seen this. So let's get on with my talk. So most people consider life a battle, but it's not a battle, it's a game. So first of all, I want to ask you, all of you here, how many of you believe you had the perfect childhood? Raise your hand. Oh, Ryan, your hand came up first. Thank you. Okay, well, I want to tell you all, we have all had the perfect childhood, because I'm not saying it was wonderful, kumbaya, wonderful, but it made you who you are today. It brought you to this point in your life. And I know I've heard some horrific stories about people's childhood, but then you have to wonder, what did that parent go through? What brought them to a point like that where they would treat their children or their family poorly? We don't know. We don't know that story. But here's the thing. We can transform our past by transforming our consciousness about the past, for the simple reason that the past only exists in our present thinking about past events. Practitioners, we've counseled people that do tell us terrible stories about their past. And it's like, when are you going to get over that? This is now. How are you going to be? What are you going to bring to the world that was different than the experience that you received? It's only haunting you because it's in your subconscious and you don't let it go. Let it friggin' go. Let it go, people. That was then, this is now. There's not anybody here, I don't think, that's under 21. Come on. When are we going to recognize who we are? And I want to share this with you. I wasn't going to do it now, but I'm going to read it. There's an ancient Hindu story tells of a time when all men were gods, but they so abused their divinity that Brahman, the master of the gods, decided to take away their divine power and hide it in a place where they would never think of looking for it. So the great problem was, where could he hide it? The minor gods seeked a solution to the problem. Let's hide man's divinity in the soil. But Brahman replied, no use. Man will dig the fields and find it. The gods replied, in that case, let's throw man's divinity to the bottom of the deepest ocean. Again, Brahman replied that sooner or later, man would explore the oceans and finally find it. The minor gods concluded, we can't think of any place on earth where man might not one day think of looking for it. Brahman then said, here's what we'll do with the divinity of man. We will hide it deep within himself, for that is the only place where he will never think of looking for it. Since then, concludes the legend, man has circled the earth, explored, climbed, plunged, and dug in his search for something that is in his heart. When we bless, we are affirming the good that is within us. Our practitioner class for this year just finished, and we talked about blessings. We did a book on blessings and how important they are. So it's kind of what I want to talk about. But to be wronged is nothing unless you continue to remember it. To be wrong is nothing unless you continue to remember it. So stop remembering bad things. Focus on all the gifts you have in your life. You are still here today. You are breathing. You have an opportunity for more joy, more love. Don't get caught up in the friggin' negativity and don't be a part of it. Okay? So my talk is bless you. I couldn't find a better picture. I'm sorry. Elizabeth didn't want me to use that one. But I said, but when somebody sneezes, you go, bless you, or God bless you, or something like that. And so that's what we need to be doing. We need to be doing more blessing. Repetitive complaining will attract things for you to complain about. Repeated gratitude will attract things for you to be thankful about. And so that's it. What energy? If you are going around being angry, criticizing people, criticizing our country, criticizing the world, you are putting out that energy, and you know what? You're a friggin' magnet for it in your life. Stop being that magnet of negativity. You want to change your life, then change your energy. Be that love. Put it out there. Be thankful for every day. Wake up every day, like a Karen Drucker song. Thank you, God, for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Because you don't know if this is the last one. Be grateful for everything you have. Yeah, we complain about the heat. I'm number one. I do it too. But I also look around this valley and go, thank God I'm living here and I'm not in the Middle East. Thank God I have a home and I'm not having to live on the streets. Count your blessings. Every single event in life can become an opportunity for a silent yes, thank you. Do that more often. When you get in your car, thank you. Thank you that I have a car, that I have the money to put gas in it. Maybe it's rough, but thank you. And I'm telling you, you'll be amazed at what comes back to you by being grateful. You have an opportunity here too to be of service, to help people. The more people you help in your life, the more good, because you are that divine. Okay, I just want you to, I'll get to this later. So be gratitude. Look at all the things you have. You have your family. Maybe we've had people that have had healings, or people that we ourselves have had healings. Say thank you. We have a wonderful community here. We're not trying to convert you to anything. We are just trying to remind you of the truth of who you are. We have people here that still go to temple, go to mass, and we're not saying, oh, you can't come here. We welcome everybody because we know we are all one. And however you get there, as long as you're getting there with love, please come here. I try to follow the teachings of Jesus. I try to follow the teachings of Jesus, not the teachings of the men who formed their religion around him. Right? Jesus was this master teacher. You know, I have a brother who became a born again. I've shared this before, and he doesn't want anything to do with me, and I still love. Jimmy, you'll always be my brother, and I'll always love you. But he thinks this is some kind of cult I'm in, and, you know, and he's very religious and reads the Bible. And if that makes him happy, bless him. Bless him and his wife and their family. They don't have children, but her family. And bless them. But to me, I have to tell you, I do have an issue, and I'm working on it. I'm trying to be grateful about them putting the 10 Commandments in the schools and so forth, because I feel for the people that are Islam, or I remember when we used to do the Pledge of Allegiance in school every day, and we had Jehovah Witnesses in our classroom, and nobody cared. They didn't stand up, and that was okay. That was their belief. We have to remember that we all have our own path to where we're going. Master Teacher Jesus taught that life is a great game of giving and receiving. Whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So reap love. Reap the goodness of who you are. Each and every one of us here is that divine expression of the divinity. It is being hidden here. Get out of your head. Get into your heart. That's why I wear hearts all the time. You'll see me, I almost always have a heart on, because that's where our power is. That's where our goodness is, that feeling that you get in your heart. That is your soul. That is your divinity. Like Brahman said, that's where it's hidden. The universe doesn't care what you do. If you're miserable, that's your fault. That's not the universe's fault. Step into your power of love and do something good for somebody. If somebody hurt you, then go do something. Maybe you don't want to do it for them, but bless them. Bless them because they're reminding you of who you are. I'm sorry you feel that way, but be that goodness. Be that goodness. That's what brings us together. Let's bless somebody you don't like, bless them. Bless them and say, let Spirit fill your heart with that divine love. Love is possibly the only thing in the universe that is at the same time its own cause, means, and end. Okay, that energy that we call love, that is like a magnet. That is like, be grateful even if you're short on money, be grateful for what you have. If you don't have a lot of money, give of your talents. Help people. You know, you see somebody walking down the street, you know they're homeless. Don't just judge them. Send them blessings. Send them that divine light. You don't have to necessarily give that money, but send them the love. Send them that knowing that they are the divine too, and they have that power to use it. Use that divinity. We all do. If your life isn't going good, who's always there? You, me. Own it. And treat others as if they already are the shining light they are capable of becoming. Even somebody that you're dealing with that might irritate you, also know too that they are the divine, and whatever you don't understand why they're going through what they're going through, but just know that they are the light. I love that picture because that's kind of my boys when I got my cancer diagnosis, because years ago I got this vision that I am a beacon of light. I'm here to shine that light and to remind people of the truth of who they are. And that was way before I became a minister that I found that. And my boys, they had William etch me a beautiful my mind just, lighthouse, thank you. And my boys wrote, Mom, you'll always be our light shining. And so be that light wherever you go. You know, just even going into the grocery store. I love talking to the cashiers, you know, and letting them know how much I appreciate them. And the people that put my groceries in the bags. And just smiling. You know, coming out of the grocery store and a car stops for you so you can cross. Make sure you acknowledge them. I always go, thank you. You know, that they see me and I see them and I appreciate them. It's the little things in life. So I wasn't going to put this. It was on Facebook, and Reverend Maureen Hoyt put it on here. She's spoken here before, and she put this on there, and I go, well, I said, that's really cool, but I'm not going to put it in church. And then I saw Dr. Joe reply, said, I'm going to use it. And I said, yeah, after reading it again, the coolest people I've ever met have the most colorful past. They've lived lives of risk, made bad choices, learned lessons, explored, and they're not afraid of being real. Tattered tapestries woven of similar threads. They're my kind of people, my favorite shades of crazy. I love that. I love that because you know what? You can look at your life and you can say, oh, you know, this terrible thing happened to me. But what did that terrible thing do? Push you in a direction where I bet there were some good nuggets in there if you look at them. But for that, you know, let's say you had your first marriage was terrible, your second or your third, but it brought you to your fourth, you know, or whatever. But for those awful ones, you wouldn't have this divine person that you so appreciate. So, you know, live life. I'm not saying we have to go around being, oh, kumbaya, and have fun with life. You came here to have fun, but not at the expense of other people. Okay? Have a good time. Share that good time, but don't rain on somebody else's parade, okay? And so last, today will never come again. Be a blessing. Be a friend. Encourage someone. Take time to care. Let your wounds heal and not wound. That's what we need more of in our country and in the world. Namaste.